Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first.
Well, not even waiting for the bell. This is the Crazy from the Heat 2015 pre-show. And as you can see, these two teams getting it locked up early. Referee Guy Bailey calling for the bell. And the Empire Tag Team Championship up for grabs here. You can tell over the last few months a lot of bad blood has developed between the teams of Team IOU and the Empire Tag Team Champions, the Double Dragons. There you see an early pinfall cover, but not enough to get the three. Kerry Awful in the ring with KT Hamill, now known as Kenton Han of the Double Dragons. Nice double team work early on here from Team IOU. They really want those tag team championships. One of the most respected tag teams in all of the independent circuit. They are world travelers, but they know the action is hot and heavy here at Empire Wrestling, and becoming Empire Tag Team Champions would be quite an accomplishment for them. Iggy on the outside of the ring, shoulder tackle to the midsection, goes up, but there you see Hawkeye Han, formerly known as the Chunky Dragon, Keith Hamill, but now with a whole new attitude, helping out his brother there with the assist. They have almost this telepathic link between one another. Hook a leg there, only gets a two again. But this new aggression, this mean spirit that we've seen from the Double Dragons over the last few months has been remarkable for their in-ring success. They've been reigning Empire Tag Team Champions since back to Tooth and Nail in March, and a big splash from Hawkeye Han. And Kerry Awful in there to break up the cover. Ever vigilant for his tag team partner, Nick Iggy, who is bearing the brunt of the punishment at the moment. Kenton Han, shot to the midsection, knife edge chop. And the Double Dragons throw some of the most lethal chops in all of Empire. I dare say wrestling altogether. As you can see, Iggy did not get the better of that exchange. Side Korean leg sweep, hook of the leg. Doesn't even get a two, but there's a quick tag, and that's why they're Empire Tag Team Champions. They know how to cut the ring in half. They know strategy. They know how to get the most out of being a tandem. Senton backsplash by Hawkeye Han. Hook of the leg only gets a two. And you see the former Keith Hamill doing something you never would have done when he was going by that name. And that's a blatant choke right in front of the official, but Nick Iggy almost woke him up there for a moment. Fight or flight instinct kicked in. Whips him into the corner. Iggy with going for the up and over. He didn't clear him, but in the confusion took advantage with some elbows. Nice gourd buster there from Nick Iggy. Now creating a window of opportunity here for him to kick out. Big chop. Kerry Awful jawbreaker. On to Kenton Han. And an STO in the middle of the ring. Goes to the elbow in the corner. Han charges, boot to the face by Kerry Awful. And a big clothesline. 360-degree rotation when Han and Hawkeye in there to break it up. Another reverse knife edge. Kerry Awful not afraid to trade the chops. And there you see again the tandem antics of the Double Dragons. Nice reversal there by Kerry Awful. Sending both partners into one another and uses, very creative, uses the Double Dragons as a weapon against one another. Boot to the face, hooks the leg, and doesn't get a three, but ever so close. Big forearm shot at another. Oh, double knees to the face for Team IOU. The challengers know. Hawkeye Han again there to break it up. And what a crossbody, putting all of his 300 plus pounds behind that. And Nick Iggy, unorthodox clothesline, but takes him down. Nice martial arts kick, Michinoku driver from Kenton Han. Forearm shot to the face. Awful charges. And he cleaned the clock of Kenton Han in the corner, but Han follows right back with a knee to the face. Kerry Awful now perched on the top rope, courtesy of Kenton Han. And now, Kenton calling for Hurricane Rana, but no! Beautiful counter by Kerry Awful. Midair turned it into a powerbomb and laid Han out flat on the mat. Now Awful has to get over there and make the cover. This could have been a deciding move here. That could have put Han out and brought the championship to Team IOU. You could see Kerry Awful taking his time to recover. Took a lot out of him as well. And Nick Iggy crawling back up on the apron. But Hawkeye Han made sure he didn't get any further, and now more double teaming. On to Kerry Awful in the corner. The Double Dragons are looking fierce here as tag team champions. Running drop kick to the midsection. And here comes Hawkeye Han, leapfrog into a bonsai drop. Hooks the leg, Nick Iggy at the last second makes the save and keeps Team IOU's championship hopes alive. And there, you can see the sweat flying off the chest of Nick Iggy and a vicious forearm strike. And Nick Iggy lighting up Kenton Han. Here he comes, now that's Hawkeye! And a 3D out of nowhere! And this could be all for the challengers, no! This match has been fast and furious and all over the place. Guy Bailey had a difficult time keeping control as the official here. I think at some point, he's got to get control of this match and make sure we've got a legal man in the ring and an illegal man on the outside of the ring. And now, Empire Tag Team Champions, the Double Dragons, setting up for the Dragon Drop. No, Nick Iggy with a counter. He knew it was doomsday there. But Kerry Awful stops the efforts altogether. The IOU won. And there's a 3 count. Hand made contact with the mat, but he didn't see Kenton Han's foot on that bottom rope. And now, calling off the bell. There's the official announcement from Gabe Walters. The match must continue. It was not the official ending. And now Hawkeye Han ready to take advantage of this opportunity. In the confusion, he knows, but wait a minute, Nick Iggy! Fireman's carry, and all of the weight of Han brings him down into a face buster. Beautifully executed. No, 2.9. I thought for sure we had new Empire Tag Team Champions, but no. Team IOU must find another route. Iggy going for the waistlock. A German was not in his future, but an O'Connor roll certainly was. Again for a 2 count, shoots him off right there into the waiting arms of Kenton and the DDT. And Han is putting many men down with that DDT. And Guy Bailey calling for the bell. Unfortunate set of circumstances there. Iggy had the foot on the bottom rope. It was Kenton Hahn that knocked the foot off the bottom rope. And again, we see the Double Dragon stooping to tactics that we never thought possible to hang on to now. Those Empire Tag Team titles.
The little guy. Oh.
I'm telling you, you're gonna have some fun tonight, boys and girls. The way it's gonna be. You're gonna have a blast.
Maniac.
Yes.
So this is what was in the bag?
Yes.
This was what was in the bag.
It is what's in the bag.
After all that time.
I can't believe, weeks he carried the bag. And nobody, what's in the bag? What's in the bag?
What is that?
Yeah. Come on, 7?
7? The big black Devil's Rejects that couldn't cut it?
No, that was Big O.
No, it wasn't. That was 7. They're two completely different people.
Well, they all look the same to me.
What?
Big guys.
Anyway, hey, who is this?
This is my friend. This is Moogie Bear. And this is Bob. Bob Salit. Good job, Bob. Good job.
You know bears can't actually...
Whoa. Hey, the boss is a little parched. Why don't you go get him a slushie? I believe red's his favorite.
1, 2, you? Okay.
Hey, an ice water. I'm on a diet.
Oh, okay.
Bears can't talk. You can't let the guy go around thinking that bears can talk.
Yes, they can. I just watched a documentary yesterday about a bear running around talking to everybody. Have you seen it?
What was the documentary called?
Ted 2? Duh. You haven't seen it?
That's not a documentary. It's a sequel.
What's a sequel?
It's a sequel to Ted 1.
Ted.
Bears can't talk.
Oh, the next thing you're going to tell me is, Santa Claus isn't real or something like that.
Santa Claus isn't...
Ho! Kids. The kids.
Where's the big cocks at?
I don't know. He's coming back.
Oh, look at this. He suckered you too.
What is this? What's going on?
We had to all get together for this.
What are you plotting?
I want to start a jam. A little Bohemian Rhapsody, gentlemen.
Oh. Yeah.
I see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts
and lightning.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Galileo! Come on, boss!
Come on, jump in.
Galileo, Magnifico!
Bro! Bane mopped it off.
You idiot!
It was Moogie Bear.
It wasn't Moogie Bear!
Good job.
This is not a good job.
Good job.
This is the opposite of a good job. This is a bad job.
Hey, sorry.
We didn't even get to the headbanging part. Oh my God, you're driving me crazy.
Crazy.
You idiot.
Crazy. You crazy from the heat.
Jesus Christ.
Got him!
Oh.
Gunnar Miller,
What's up, boss?
big match tonight, right?
Yeah.
Strange question, but are you a gambling man, Gunnar?
Depends.
You see, I am. And I'm on the verge of taking the biggest gamble I've ever took in my life. And if it pays off, Empire Wrestling is going to climb to heights that professional wrestling shows haven't seen in this town in over 3 decades. And when that happens, this company's going to need a face. It's going to need somebody that represents this brand. And you're that guy, Gunnar Miller. You ever walked through this locker room and looked around and thought, you're better than everybody else? You should, because you are. You've got a pedigree that the rest of these guys could only dream about. A finely tuned collegiate athlete. And I'm a Gunnar Miller fan. I have been since day one. And I hope you go out there tonight, you show these people what Gunnar Miller's all about. And you know, I just pray that some people in charge here at Empire, they don't hold it against you for their personal shortcomings in their career, Gunnar Miller. But I just wanted to come by and I wanted to wish you luck.
Appreciate it.
Good luck out there tonight.
And Bobby Hayes not waiting for the bell. But we are officially live with Crazy from the Heat 2015 #1 contenders match getting it started. Only logical, because the man that wins this match later tonight will have double duty as he takes on the Empire Heavyweight Champion Logan Alvey in our main event. We know there is serious contention between Bobby Hayes and Gunnar Miller. It was back in March at a mega event Tooth and Nail 4, where Gunnar Miller shocked the world by pinning Bobby Hayes in less than 5 seconds out of nowhere to become the #1 contender. And so, as a result of that, now we officially have a belt. As a result of that, this rivalry has only escalated over the past few months, and now, wait a minute. I thought that was the opening bell. The referee really calling us a double count out. And then we see Empire matchmaker Andrew Alexander. He might have something to say about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Empire's finisher, Andrew Alexander, has made it to the championship tournament.
So the matchmaker has final word. Not going to have a no contest because, of course, we have to have a main event, so it's logical. And this fight continues on the outside here. A sweltering 97 degrees here in Rossville, Georgia today with the heat index in the triple digits. Crazy from the Heat living up to his name. And now this fight it has spilled all the way to the outside of the ring, and we still have a street fight to go. And I will do my best to keep up with the action. Well, they are outside the vantage point here. Chair shot from Bobby Hayes to the back of Gunnar Miller. And the fans are parting like the Red Sea. Capacity crowd here at the Empire Arena for Crazy from the Heat. Bobby Hayes trying to slam the head of Miller into the table over there, but Gunnar Miller returns the favor. Our production team now with a little extra lighting. And now, the action finally spilling back into the ringside area. Bobby Hayes and Gunnar Miller laying into one another. Now Miller back in the ring. Bobby Hayes pulling some kind of foreign object out of his trunks. I'm failing to get a great look at it right now. But he missed whatever it was. Gunnar Miller bringing him back in the ring. Bobby Hayes got him right on the top of the head. And Gunnar Miller still kicked out. Foreign object and all. Gunnar Miller kicked out. This kid has the intestinal fortitude, the likes of which I haven't seen in many years, especially for an athlete with his inexperience. But you have to remember, he competed at such a high level at collegiate sports. He's used to having the pressure on, the execution, the environment. That's what's new, but he's taken to wrestling like a fish in water. But Bobby Hayes, the grizzled veteran, a man who for months upon months, even over the last year, maybe two, has felt that the Empire Heavyweight Championship has been this close to being within his grasp, and he feels like he's been wronged. He's gone on a crusade, a mission to prove that Empire has had some sort of grand conspiracy to keep him from getting his hands on the title. But here you see he's got just as much of an opportunity as Gunnar Miller, and he's certainly got the experience edge, and he's certainly got the edge and mean streak, I'd say, and tenacity. If not by a hair, nasty vertical suplex. Bobby Hayes hooks the leg. 2.9, Gunnar Miller's out though. And is out as quickly as possible there. Bobby Hayes to his feet, stalking the prey. That is Gunnar Miller. But will Miller himself be predator or prey? Hayes with the cravat, turns it over into a neck breaker. Deep hook of the leg, Gunnar Miller kicks out. Hayes has nailed him with a foreign object in the ring, didn't get the pinfall. Took the fight outside of the ring and blasted Miller with a chair shot. He has withstood a tremendous amount of punishment in this match already. Bobby Hayes continues the assault. That elbow to the base of the skull. Nothing fancy or technical about this. Just fish hook in the face of Gunnar Miller. And the Empire official warning Bobby Hayes that this is not a street fight or an ODQ match. We do have one of those later. And he will disqualify him. That would still put a victor in the match and give us a main event. That's the only reason Empire matchmaker Andrew Alexander restarted the match. Normally the referee's decision is final, but obviously we have to have a main event, and that would not be the case if it was a double countout. And Gunnar Miller still fighting back. Bobby Hayes can't keep him down, and you can tell he's trying. Beautiful right hand by Gunnar Miller, and it connected, and you can see it rocked Bobby Hayes. Miller, Irish whips Hayes into the corner, charges with a clothesline. Miller is a power wrestler. Not much finesse in his game. Hasn't needed to be so far in his career. Been quite impressive for a man in his rookie year. Big neck breaker. Again by Bobby Hayes for a second time. Lateral press. Gunnar Miller kicks out yet again. And again. Bobby Hayes not getting the desired result here. And you can see the Empire faithful getting behind Gunnar. And that is getting quite under the skin of Bobby Hayes. Bobby Hayes has him hooked though. Going for the palm driver here. This could be all. No, Gunnar Miller senses the danger and escapes. And slingshots Bobby Hayes. It's a lot to get over, but he did it into the corner. Gunnar Miller there with a roll up. And Bobby Hayes kicks out. Been one hell of a fight to start things off. And Gunnar Miller ran right into the clothesline of Bobby Hayes there, stopping his momentum dead in his tracks. Hayes going to go for the pinfall. He's beating a lot of men with that lariat, but he doesn't beat Gunnar Miller. Necessarily look like he got all of it. Bobby Hayes doesn't care. He's a man possessed here. Possessed by his alleged perception of being done wrong by Empire, possessed by his pursuit of the Empire Heavyweight Championship. And now he again goes for a second lariat. Miller there to counter. Gunnar Miller press slams Bobby Hayes. No. Hayes escapes, but Gunnar Miller right there waited. Spirit buster in the middle of the ring. And Bobby Hayes kicks out. Again, this is just our opening matchup. Already seen tremendous action in the Tag Team Championship match as the Double Dragons retain the titles in the pre-show. Now Gunnar Miller charges but misses. Bobby Hayes rolls him up, gets his feet on the ropes, and again, Gunnar Miller kicks out. Impressive display, again, of resiliency, of toughness, and of fortitude by Gunnar Miller. Surviving seemingly every trick Bobby Hayes can throw at him, and he's thrown several. Bobby Hayes nails him again with the lariat. Could be all here. No! Gunnar Miller again kicks out. Bobby Hayes beside himself here. Starting to wonder what it's going to take. Or even if he may have what it takes to put Miller away here. He is taking one hell of a beating and just keeps fighting. Gunnar Miller leapfrogs over into a sunset flip. Beautiful timing. Hayes again with a foreign object. Right out of his tights. Once again, our official doesn't see it. A rousing ovation for the Young Bloods. As the fans want to see them get the revenge, the Hatriots were actually fired from Empire Wrestling only by the power of the Young Bloods, who begged for them to get their jobs back so they could deliver this ass whipping right here, right now, as we saw it tooth and nail for one of the most despicable acts I've seen as 16 years in professional wrestling, when the Hatriots bringing out some old medicine that should have been put away a long time ago by hanging the Young Bloods over the top rope. Disgusted a lot of fans. A lot of fans said they'd never come back to Empire Wrestling after seeing that. Management apologized and did everything they could do. They fired the Hatriots. But again, the Young Bloods asked that they be reinstated. As you see Spoonie Mac diving down on top of him. This is a double hangman's match. Either the Hatriots get the chance to rub salt in the wound, or the Young Bloods get the chance at retribution. The hanging Jason Hampton and Eli Thompson over the top rope, dangling like the chicken necks they are. Octavius Black, the Big O, with a baseball bat, putting a big hurt onto Jason Hampton, and I don't mean Frank Thomas. Spoonie Mac laying it to Eli Thompson in the ring. The Big O swinging for the fences there. Hampton lucky he got out of the way of that, or his brains might have been splattered on the ring post. And the Big O, Octavius Black, posts Jason Hampton in the corner. In the ring, Eli Thompson now trying to fight back on Spoonie Mac. Spoonie Mac, the smaller of the two Young Bloods, giving away a weight advantage to Thompson. So can you match what the Young Bloods feel? Can you imagine what they must have felt? The humiliation, the embarrassment, hanging over the top rope. In an equal society, there is no place for that kind of behavior. And now they are ready to make a difference here and show the Hatriots exactly what they're all about. They may have taken them lightly before. I don't think that's going to be the case after tonight. Big suplex on the ramp by Jason Hampton. The Hatriots have their views, misguided as they are. They are former Empire Tag Team Champions. They are not a threat to be taken lightly. The Hatriots trying to get some recovery here, because it's been all Young Bloods thus far. And you have to wonder, are the Hatriots prepared to deal with the hornet's nest they've stirred up here? Vicious right hand. We see Jason Hampton is busted wide open. Eli Thompson and Spoonie Mac brawling on the far side. Jason Hampton and Octavius Black brawling on the entrance ramp. A lot of action to keep up with here. But this match cannot end by a pinfall. It cannot end by disqualification. It cannot end by a countout or anything but having both members of a particular team strung up with the nooses and hung over the top rope just like a horse thief in the Old West. The Big O took a big spill out of the concrete off of the ramp there. Jason Hampton went for a diving spear, Black out of the way, sent him crashing like liver on a lunchroom floor. It's going splat on the concrete. Spoonie Mac takes a brutal tumble there. It was outside of my view, so I'm not sure what happened here. Spoonie Mac with a kip up, and the fans voicing their approval. Octavius Black crowns Jason Hampton with that chair. Wrapping it around his neck. Spoonie Mac with the baseball bat. Going to work on Hampton. The Big O coming in the ring after Eli Thompson, and Spoonie Mac not far behind. And at this point, they probably could try to hang Thompson, but clearly they haven't gotten enough retribution from what happened to him at Tooth and Nail yet. Van Daminator. Spoonie Mac drop kicking the chair into the face of Eli Thompson. And now maybe they feel like they've gotten enough of the Hatriots to warrant sending them out of here for good, possibly. Would they return after the humiliation of being given that old medicine right back to them? I don't know. That's for them to figure out. But clearly the fight's not over. Hampton back in the ring with a baseball bat, trying to even the score here. And does just that. Actually puts the Hatriots in control of the match after a severe beating here for about the past 8 minutes. It's in the wrestling match. We're not going to see a technical exchange of scientific holds. Again, this is revenge, retribution. This is two teams that absolutely hate one another's guts. And the only way to settle it was tit for tat in a double hangman's match. Hampton with a leg drop onto the chair, onto the face of Octavius Black. Good way to get a cracked orbital bone or a broken nose, even a chipped tooth. Jason Hampton. Now they have the noose around the neck of Spoonie Mac. Big O's also got a chair. And he walloped, and I mean walloped, Jason Hampton across the back. Now setting that chair up in the corner. Don't know what he's going for here. May have taken too much time. Hampton recovered a little bit. Well, perhaps not enough. Here they go. Shocking Jason Hampton. Bloody visage and all, face first into that chair. Front chancery. Eli Thompson had the sugar hold applied to Spoonie Mac, but Octavius Black broke that up. Nasty kicks to the back, base of the spine. Octavius Black is a beast. That is one man I would not want to be on the pissed off end of. And the Patriots are right there front and center. They got a front row seat to the pissed off end of Octavius Black. And now, the new supply, they're going to try to dump Thompson here. You know, the Youngbloods have spoken previously about their Japanese influence, but other than the hard-hitting style and the tenacity, they're not bringing that to the table tonight. They're bringing the streets. They're bringing all the schoolyard brawls they ever had. And Spoonie Mac driving Jason Hampton face first with that curb stomp to the chair. The brutal fight that all four men in this contest have engaged in here now, taking its toll. You can see them sprawled out here in the ring. Spoonie Mac's trying to recover, as is Eli Thompson. Spoonie Mac peppering some jabs on the face of Thompson, holding nothing back here. I certainly love a 60-minute classic. I certainly love a great technical match. I certainly love a great classic tag team match. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a fight. Hampton blasts Spoonie Mac in the face. And now the fans, you can hear them yelling for the Youngbloods to recover here. The Patriots with the Hate Riot. There it is. Assisted double underhook DDT. They call that the Hate Riot. And if this was where pinfalls could happen, that might lead him to a victory. But it does put Spoonie Mac in a precarious position. And now the noose being placed around the neck of Octavius Black. And the boos, you can hear them all the way down to the Cinema One. But Octavius Black is fighting back. Rips the noose free. Octavius Black. We talked about the pissed off end of this man. Here you see it, live and in color, in full action. T-bone suplex. Maybe the first semblance of a wrestling move we've seen in this match. And for good reason. Shoulder tackle. Hampton into Thompson. Running knee. BKO, if you will, in the corner. And he charges. And that was one of the damnedest enzuigiris I've ever seen. If Jason Hampton's tooth isn't in the front row, I owe you $20. Now, the Youngbloods going for the Red Dragon here. Assisted kick into a brainbuster. But that's not going to matter if they can't put the noose around the neck of the Patriots here. And Octavius Black sent Hampton charging across the ring. Spoonie Mac went for a kick. I don't know that he even made contact. Maybe got a little bit of it, but Hampton was suffering so brutally from this beating that he sustained from the Youngbloods. The Patriots wrote a check back at Tooth and Nail Ford. And now the Youngbloods are collecting payment. Double stomp off the top. Both Patriots have a noose around their neck. Thompson goes over, and so does Hampton. The Patriots are swinging in the breeze. And the young bloods, how sweet it is to get that cold, hard revenge right in the middle of the ring. And I'm sure they're glad to put this war behind them and move on to more important things like the Empire Tag Team Championship. What a brawl. Very happy for the Young Bloods. Normally I try to be unbiased, but it was impossible after what the Patriots did. What a fight. More Crazy from the Heat coming up right at you.
Ace, tonight you've got one of the biggest matches in your entire career, and without a doubt, the most dangerous match of your career as well. What are your thoughts going into tonight's blindfold match with the Temptation, Shawn Tempers?
You couldn't possibly know what it's like to hold your child, and not be able to say it. And not be able to see him. Shawn Tempers grew up a friend. He grew up a best friend. But now he's a sworn enemy. Throughout my career, he's tormented people. He's been a step ahead. But tonight, Shawn Tempers, you're listening to a guy that's going to be one step ahead of you.
From the Heat 2015, a blindfold match about to be underway here. As you can see, Ace Rockwell being held to the ring by security. Sunglasses over his face. Still apparently feeling the effects of the eye injury sustained months ago on my own talk show, The Midnight Black Mass, and for that, I will be ever regretful. But here in this contest tonight, despite the injury, the playing field will be even. I've probably called 250 or more matches where Ace Rockwell fought Shawn Tempers in the middle of the ring. But tonight, a historic first. I have never called a blindfold match between these two men. And they have never competed in a blindfold match against one another. But as you've seen, Ace Rockwell's son Sawyer was born months ago, and as a result of that injury, when Ace held him in his arms for the first time, he was not able to look at his own child, his own flesh and blood. As a father myself, that has to be, in a man's life, one of the most important events that can happen. And you could see the emotion, the tears welling up in his eyes in the interview earlier tonight, talking about just how badly that bothered him. This issue between him and Tempers, which is a rivalry that's gone on for the better part of 15 years, on and off, now escalated to an entirely new level. It's gotten personal on a level that neither one of these men ever knew they could. Now you see the blindfolds are on. We're underway here. Both men trying to use the assistance of the crowd here. Tempers pointing, Ace pointing, And the fans are helping Ace. No surprise, not giving Tempers much assistance in the way of audible cues. Rockwell almost got his hands on Tempers there. And now has to play things very carefully here. Neither man can overstep his bounds. This is not a comedy affair. This is not for laughs or kicks and giggles. It's a very serious situation. Both men have blindfolds over their head. They're both professional athletes, over 200 pounds apiece. Both very strong, both capable of inflicting a lot of damage. Ace Rockwell takes the blindfold off. He's been playing hooky the whole time. Rockwell takes the blindfold off, and it's just pummeling Tempers. And I think that's going to constitute the match. I do believe that's against the rules. I'm going to wait to see what Guy Bailey, the official here, says. Head Empire official in charge. Ace Rockwell running kick to the side of the head. Just booted the temple of Sean Tempers. That's a way to give a man a concussion instantly. Rockwell not adhering to the blindfold stipulation at all. I just told you how personal this was. And Steve Dave, I mean, it looks like Bailey's thrown this out already, so this is not going to disqualify Tempers. Steve Dave slaps Ace Rockwell. Ace is high! Ace is high! On Steve Dave! And Empire's resident hemorrhoid has been lanced. Ace Rockwell has busted Sean Tempers open. Rockwell tosses referee Guy Bailey. Head Empire official, he may face a fine for that. Now he's got Steve Dave's walking cane. Nearly breaks it over the head of Tempers. And digging the end of it into the open wound of Sean Tempers. Tempers may have to get a tetanus shot to boot. Ace is high on the temptation. And his return to Empire fell right into the trap of Ace Rockwell, who cleverly and calculated planned this out. Some might say is underhanded. Hard to argue that Tempers didn't have it coming.
I couldn't see my kid. Well, make sure you don't have any kids.
Rockwell said for what he'd done to him, he was going to make sure Tempers didn't have any kids. Boot to the old Tempers family jewels there. Street fight underway. Crazy from the Heat 2015. I've already seen two brutal encounters. 3 if you count the #1 contenders match as well. And now these two men, this has become severely personal over the last few months. Rush has mocked Kyle Matthews, even stolen his moniker. Remember, never Kyle Matthews that called himself the best wrestler in Georgia.
Ladies and gentlemen, get you guys from your rooms. This is a street fight. They can end up anywhere. This stay out of their way.
Ring announcer Gabe Walters just reinforcing the rules. Reminding everybody there are no rules, as it is a street fight. It could end up out in the middle of Rossville Boulevard. And Kyle Matthews has faced a lot of adversity over the last few months. Felt like he's had to prove himself all over again. Rush has had his number time and time again. But now, after all the antagonism, after all of the mocking and insulting, it comes to this. And Rush, known as a brawler, known as a fighter over the years, this is his playground. And while he may have beaten Matthews a few times in the middle of the ring, Matthews aims to prove to him tonight he can beat Rush on his playing field. Kyle Matthews moving into the crowd off the top. Clears the guardrail right into the front row. Kyle Matthews, amazing agility there, getting him a sip of water. And Matthews now making his way back into the ring. Rush still feeling the effects of that flying body press from the heavens. Kyle Matthews going underneath the ring. Oh, he's pulling out some furniture here. Kyle Matthews has a ladder. Rush making his way back now, finally, to the ringside area. Now Matthews positioning the ladder in the ring. Clearly he has plans. Rush notices at first he's probably got plans for it too. Rush charges, he did not. Matthews sidesteps and sends him right into that steel. Cold, unforgiving, and remorseless as it is. Matthews climbing the ladder himself. Known not often as a risk taker, but he can. Rush with a high back body drop, and Matthews goes knee first into the ladder. Easy way to tear a ligament. Easy way to end up on the operating table. And now Rush just choking the life out of Kyle Matthews. Seizing the opportunity here. Matthews now trying to get a breather here. Trying to create a window for him to recover a little bit. Figure out what's wrong with that knee. A true warrior knows his own body better than anybody else. And Matthews is known as a guy who can take a world of punishment. But this is a new level of violence for him. This is a new playing field. As I mentioned earlier, Rush body slammed Matthews on the hard concrete. And now choking the life out of him again, this time with his boot. Rush ripping that shirt off. I believe that's a Night of the Living Dead shirt. I don't think that was my picture. Just Rush just insulting Matthews, taunting him, begging him to get up. And Matthews gives away a lot of size. He's a scrapper, as you can see. Not letting the size disadvantage deter him. But Rush has the reach advantage as well, the height advantage. And there you see it come into play. Rush just overpowering and manhandling Matthews. No matter how tough Kyle is, his body mass is only so much, and Rush is a strong guy. He's gonna powerbomb Kyle Matthews on the ramp. That could do it here. This fight could be over before it started. Running powerbomb from Rush on to Kyle Matthews on the entrance ramp. As if it wouldn't have been bad enough in the middle of the ring. Rush taking off his belt. Legal has a wrist lock in this match. And taking Kyle Matthews to the woodshed. Ripping the shirt off just to add insult to injury. And you can see the red and purple welts already forming on the back of Kyle Matthews, the blood vessels bursting, rising to the top of the skin. Rush won that's that ass, quote unquote, to the rear end for good measure. And Rush certainly not walking out of this unscathed. He had to take a breather himself. Matthews follows him out. You have to wonder if Rush was trying to lull him into a false sense of security. Now Matthews is the one dumped over the guardrail.
Make sure you move back, ladies and gentlemen. Give them plenty of room. You don't want to be in their way. Move.
Ring announcer Gabe Walters giving the instructions to get these guys out of the way. Somebody went head first into the wall. Kyle Matthews with a counter. But Rush using that pure strength advantage to plow Kyle Matthews into the bathroom. I think somebody might be getting a swirly. But again, my vantage point is completely blocked. I have no idea what's going on here. Kyle Matthews looks like he got the worst end of that bathroom fight. Maybe he was the one that got the swirly, I'm not sure. Matthews making his way back across the guardrail. Not going to be able to trade punch for punch with Rush. I don't think. I have an awful high opinion of Kyle Matthews and his toughness and ability. But we're talking one of the pound for pound best pure fighters and punchers in all of Empire. That was not an official bell. That was Rush grabbing the ring bell hammer and cracking Matthews over the head with it. And again, as legal as a suplex in this match. Rush choking out Kyle Matthews using that athletic tape from around his wrist. Wrapping it around the throat of Matthews. As hot as it is, it's sweltering as it is in this arena at the moment. Hard enough to breathe under those hot lights in the middle of a fight like this. But Matthews still keeps fighting back. You're not going to stop him unless you kill him. DDT's Rush on the ladder. Now both men down. Both men suffering from the fight this match has been and may very well be. Paying the penance of war. Kyle Matthews, the first man to show some life here. Matthews has the belt. I don't think he's forgotten what Rush did to him earlier. And Kyle Matthews taking Rush to the woodshed. Again, tit for tat. Did Rush think he was going to have to feel the other end of that leather when he strapped Kyle Matthews? Probably not. And he knows exactly what it feels like right now. As you can see from the grimace on his face, it must be quite miserable. Matthews forcing Rush into the corner. Raining the hammers down on the bald-headed pate of Rush. It's like that DDT on the ladder also may have busted the head of Rush wide open. Do believe I see a slight laceration there. And the faithful here solidly behind Kyle Matthews, the best around. In many cases, one blower by Matthews, hooks the leg. Rush out at the last second. And Kyle Matthews going for the ladder. What could this be? Matthews setting up the ladder in the middle of the ring. Going to Rush. Side Russian leg sweep. Clearly to put Rush in position for something. Could it be one of Matthews' expert aerial attacks? I do believe we have our answer. Matthews scaling the top of the ladder, rushes up though, and he's there to meet him. And we got a fight right here on the top of this ladder. Kyle Matthews, sunset powerbomb! Matthews going back to the top. Matthews is high above the Empire Arena. And he flies! Superfly splash! And only a 2. Only a 2. Matthews doesn't believe it. Questioning the official. But just barely. It was a 2 count. And to give credit where it's due, Rush showing a whole new level of confidence and power here. Matthews probably thought that was going to be the coup de grace. Going back to the playbook, looks like he had a few more pages in that book. Maybe even a chapter or 2. Kyle Matthews has a bag. Been a lot of bags around here lately. I don't think that's a teddy bear. Kyle Matthews dumping out a bag of thumbtacks by the hundreds in the middle of the ring. Tonight, Kyle Matthews is getting hardcore. Matthews hooks Rush, going for the big suplex here. Rush blocks it again, the size advantage. May just be too much for Matthews. Counter there. Rush just laying the hammers down. I told you what a great puncher Rush was. And those dealt some devastating damage. Going for the TKO here. Kyle Matthews knows it. Fighting to get out. Matthews with a super kick. Avoided the tax though. But can he get him the victory? And Rush kicks out. Kyle Matthews again rubbing his hands over that architecture of aggression in the middle of the ring. That is a pile of hundreds of thumbtacks. Matthews with a nasty chop. Placing Rush on the top turnbuckle. And now he's following suit. Neither men dressed for competition here. This is a fight. And we're going to see one. Rush with a low blow. Rush with a Death Valley driver. Off the top. Matthews into a pile of thumbtacks. He got hardcore all right. I don't believe it. How did Kyle Matthews kick out of that? A normal athlete, a normal competitor would have been dead to rights. Only a man with the sheer force of will like Kyle Matthews could kick out of that. And now Rush trying to make sure that Matthews doesn't kick out of anything else. This looks very dangerous here. What could be going on? I don't know what Rush is going for, but Matthews isn't waiting around to find out. Crotches Rush on the top turnbuckle. Maybe he can sing the high part of Bohemian Rhapsody next time. Kyle Matthews calls for a chair. Many fans happy to oblige. What is Kyle Matthews doing? Rush hanging upside down in the tree of woe with only his arms to defend himself, and he's not coherent enough for that. Kyle Matthews looking to go coast to coast here. Van Terminator! Rush could be out cold and may very well be making a trip to the orthodontist. Kyle Matthews sees right here he's got an opportunity to turn this thing around. He survived a hellish onslaught. Slurpee kick. And if Rush wasn't going to be eating from a straw before, he is now. Kyle Matthews again charges. Had a steam a second Slurpee kick. Trying to make sure Rush might need an upper and a lower plate. Kyle Matthews, again, he's got some tape. Not sure what he's planning on here, but his methods have been quite creative and outside the box for him in particular here. Oh no. Kyle Matthews tying with that athletic tape. The arms of Rush behind his back. Not been enough to inflict the punishment that he has. Clearly, he's going full bore here. Rush is defenseless. To his credit, not begging. Kyle Matthews again with a super kick. What is Kyle Matthews doing? He's got a handful of thumbtacks. He's sticking them in Rush's mouth. Super kick the thumbtacks in the mouth! That's gonna do it! Fans, I'm speechless.